Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment, when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And boy, oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, we got one kind of show here for you guys today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel if you haven't already. And also, we're trying to hit 200,000 subs this month. We'd really appreciate it if you guys help us hit our goal, obviously, if you enjoy the content. Anyway, let me get into this topic here. As you guys know, these Denver Nuggets got a lot of people reeling right now. They got people on TV apologizing, taking it back, all of that kind of stuff. You had people writing them off like Paul Pierce, Stephen A. Smith, Charles Barkley, I think Kendrick Perkins, Austin River. Everybody wrote them off. And now we find ourselves we're in a situation where they're now tied 2-2, and it seems like they've regained the momentum and home court advantage in this series. So what happened? Today I woke up, and I came across a clip from one of my favorite shows, The Odd Couple, featuring Rob Parker and Chris Broussard. And in this clip, they were talking about the Denver Nuggets. Now, you guys know from time to time, Rob Parker and Chris Broussard, they get into these kind of like spirited debates. But what I witnessed today was a little bit more than spirited. These guys actually got into a heated debate on their show. Like, Chris was getting tight, and Rob Parker wasn't letting up one bit. So what happened? The backdrop of the argument is essentially Chris Broussard had written off the Denver Nuggets. And he was amongst the people that said there's nothing that the Denver Nuggets can do right now to be able to regain control of the series. So when they were talking, Rob Parker then starts to call out Chris Broussard for writing them off. And in the midst of that, he goes, "This is what you always do. And this is why you're always wrong when you come up here with these takes." And I was like, whoo, okay, Rob. So what we want to do is we want to play this exchange for you guys. I want you guys to get your popcorn because it was very, very entertaining. And then we're going to come back and react to their comments. Take a listen to these gentlemen here.
I'm excited about it.
All right. I'm going to say this. I'm not patting myself on the back, but I'm just saying I did say don't count these guys out, even when they were down 0-2, Chris. And this was my point when we talked on Friday. Because I know you and Antonio were talking about there are no adjustments to be made. What adjustment? What could... And my biggest argument was they can play better because the way they played in the first two games is different from playing well and losing those two games. Then I would look at it and go, dude, they got no shot.
But there's a reason teams play.
No, but I'm just saying,
don't play well.
But people can play better.
The other team can make them play bad.
Okay, but I didn't believe they were done because I didn't see the best of those guys yet. Jamal Murray was shooting like 22% at one point or something?
He's been shooting like that throughout the whole postseason.
Yeah, but at that point where they were after those first two games,
late shots, but he hasn't really been hot.
But I think
the entire playoff.
But there were a lot of people, and Antonio and who else? Ephraim. You sounded more like it was going to be a sweep. I mean, I know you said
I don't know how
you said it was over. The series was over.
You can't put a sweep.
Did you say it was a series was over? You did say that.
I thought it was over. I still think the Timberwolves are going to win. I'm not backing down from my pick.
No, I'm not saying
I got the Timberwolves winning.
Right, but when you say the series is over, that doesn't sound like somebody who has a 7-game series. When you say the series is over, no.
I thought after 2 that they were in control. Minnesota was in control.
No, you didn't say control. The series was over was your word. Do we have a hot take?
That's fine. That's fine. You gonna pat yourself on the back?
Yeah, I am.
Give me some reasoning then, other than they could play better.
Because that was
you gonna get up here and gloat like you saw something. What'd you see?
I knew that
they could play better?
Yes.
That they could hit shots?
No, that they could
How you gloating when that's all you got?
They could play better, Chris.
Jokic is too good.
No, you
Murray
were like,
is too good. Give me something.
They can't. Let me tell you, they're smothered defensively. They can't do anything. I don't know. What adjustments can they make? I don't see it because they're more athletic and they don't look that good. And the Joker's this and the Joker's that.
What
and
the
my
Joker's
point
what?
Was,
no, the Joker's what?
And my point
what
totally.
What did I say about the Joker?
My point totally.
What did I say about the Joker?
Totally,
you just sitting
Chris,
here.
My point totally. Anybody who listened to this show knows that you had them dead and buried after 2 games. You miscalculated. You misread the room. You misread the room on a championship team. You misread the room. You became a prisoner of the moment, which is the worst when it comes to being an analysis, trying to analyze.
You don't even mention the word analysis because you can't analyze nothing.
You can't
Your
do
analysis, Your
Chris,
analysis
you're wrong all
is
the time. Wemby's the defensive player of the year.
hold on.
Luka's the MVP. Chris, you're wrong every day here, every day. And you were dead wrong on this. You had them dead and buried, and guess what? Now you're saying they're alive and have control of
They
the
are.
series. How did that happen since Friday?
Because I'm an objective and now analyst.
No.
If I'm wrong, hold on. I listen to your garbage. If I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. But you gonna sit here had no reason to. They
I
can play
gave you
better.
a reason.
No.
You don't want to hear
listened.
it. You don't want to hear my reason.
Go ahead. Are you gonna let me talk or not?
You could talk.
Well, then be
Go
quiet
ahead.
while I
don't
talk.
have to be quiet. Just talk.
Well, no, I'm not gonna sit here and let you interrupt me every
Just
5
talk,
seconds.
Chris Broussard.
Then
Go
be
ahead.
quiet.
I don't need to be quiet. Go ahead and talk. I'll stop talking when you talk.
All right.
Tell me
First
to
of
be
all,
quiet.
if you're going to accuse me of being wrong, know what you're talking about. You wrong. You said Wemby was the defensive player of the year. I never said that. I said he's my vote for defensive player of the year. Hold on. I never said he was going to win it. In fact, I said he wasn't going to win it. But that's not going to affect my vote. Secondly, MVP? I said Jokic is going to win it. But my MVP vote is Luka. So how is that wrong? I wasn't predicting Luka was going to win it or Wemby was going to win it. So I give reasoning. And I made my picks for what I saw. It doesn't mean I was wrong.
You
it's
were
opinion.
wrong.
No,
You were
it's
wrong.
I didn't. Did I say Luka was
You
going to
were
win MVP?
wrong, brother Chris.
Did I say? You don't
were
understand
wrong.
how
Yes,
voting
I do.
works.
I
then.
do.
No,
I
you
do.
don't. No,
I
you
do.
don't. You
thought-
obviously
you
don't.
thought-
I don't pick
you-
who I think is going to
I know,
win.
'cause you-
I pick who I think should win.
Right, and I'm telling you that your reasoning
How is that wrong?
Is ill-fated, and you do it all the time. You picked Tom Brady to win the MVP over Aaron Rodgers that year.
Who'd I pick last year? Okay, Rob Parker.
All right, I'm just
Who'd
saying, Chris,
no,
I'm
hold
going
on.
against those. I don't know all your picks. I don't.
No, who'd I
I'm
pick
giving you the picks.
Last year I picked Joel Embiid to win MVP. Did he win?
I don't remember.
Well, he did win. And I'm not running around saying I was right because it ain't no right and wrong. You pick who you think. If everybody picked based on, well, I think everybody else going to vote for him, so let me vote for him. Why would you even have people with votes? You don't understand what you're talking about. Just like when you watch the Nuggets, if you watch the Nuggets, you don't know what you're watching.
No, you don't know
'Cause
what
you
you're
had no
watching.
reasoning.
Because you buried them.
Your reasoning was they could play better.
They can because
they could play better.
They lost by playing
Give
terrible.
me some basketball analysis, Mr. Parker.
Your analysis was
Do
wrong.
you know
You were
how
like,
to analyze?
they're dead.
So you heard what these guys had to say. Look, Chris Broussard was tight. He was very, very tight. And it's understandable because no one wants to be wrong. But there's something that happens a lot in sports, and it's been happening, especially a lot over the last 5 to 10 years. And it's something that Skip Bayless kind of coined the phrase for, which is the prisoner of the moment syndrome. We have a lot of scenario instances where people get into this prisoner of the moment thing. They will see something. Somebody will have a great game, a great 2-3 games. It'll be a great year. And all of a sudden, they're ready to jump out the window. It happens all the damn time. All the time. All the time. It happens every single year. Kawhi Leonard wins the championship. He's the next coming to Michael Jordan. LeBron wins the championship in 2020. He's about to catch Jordan. Stephen Curry wins the next championship. Oh my God, he's about to win 7 chips. Giannis Antetokounmpo wins the championship. He's about to win the next 3. This is what always happens. Even with the Anthony Edwards, he starts having, oh man, he looking like Michael Jordan and all that. And then Charles Barkley had to push like, yo, bro, just one series. Like relax. And when you sit back and you relax, you realize there is no comparison to Jordan. There is nothing there. Like I don't see it. It's when somebody say, okay, well they get what is it? They're confident. Okay, there are a lot of confident players. That doesn't mean they're Michael Jordan. right? There's a lot more to go into Jordan, and by people doing that, you water down Jordan. It's like, relax. Stop trying to jump out the window and be like, oh, this dude is that dude. Relax. Calm your emotions. It's okay. Like, you can relax. Let things play out. You ain't got to be jumping. Oh, he's like, relax. But it happens a lot. It happens a lot, and I think that's what happened here. Now, in the case of Chris, and if you listen to him, Chris essentially is saying that, no, I made my comments based off of the things that I was seeing and me observing the games, based on my basketball knowledge. And then Rob Parker's like, yeah, but you're always analyzing things with your knowledge in sports, and you always seem to be wrong. And then they get into this huge back and forth. And this happens. It's part of sports. It's happened. Sometimes you're going to see something, you're going to think it's going to be the thing, and then you're going to be wrong. It happens all the time. In this particular instance, Rob Parker decided to point out Chris Broussard and hold his feet to the fire. And then I thought it was great TV or radio, whatever the hell you want to come. Man, I wish I had a debate part. I wish we could light it up like that. It was incredible. And then, of course, it cooled down towards the end, and they realized, hey, listen, it's just a show. So what I want to know from you guys, number one, what do you think about this exchange? And number two, what do you think about all these people that's always ready to jump out the window whenever something hot happens? All of a sudden, it's the greatest thing that ever happened. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you on the next show. Peace.